What's going on, everyone? This is Data Report for datareport.info with today's morning edition of the Pandemic Update. I thought we would do a morning update here on the latest numbers that came in from last night. We also have an upgrade on Walgreens and hospitalizations. All right, starting off here, COVID in Pennsylvania. Weekly update. Yesterday was our weekly update for my state. Deaths were up slightly, medium COVID levels for two counties in the region that this article is posted for. But here's the death numbers for Pennsylvania. 25th, there were 1,700 cases. 26th, over 1,700, almost 1,800 cases. 27th, 1,475. 950 on the 28th. 29th had 852. The 30th had 1,762. And the 31st had 1,482, making a total of 10,049 new cases in Pennsylvania. Hospitalizations still are at elevated levels, and it's looking like, based on this article, we might have added 394 deaths this week in Pennsylvania. Yikes, that's not good at all. But I think this number is a little off and high in their data. I don't have access to accurate data in the dashboard ever since they changed it, because the dashboard only updates once a week and they make everything so hard to find now. Moving on to the CDC transmission map. It's still high transmission in the east and south. The west is a mixture of high, substantial, moderate, and low transmission. All of Puerto Rico is at high transmission. The latest subvariants are XBB 1.5 is still the dominant variant at 61.3%, BQ 1.1 at 21.8%, BQ.1 at 9.3%, XBB at 2.8%, CH 1.1 at 1.5%, and BN 1.4%, that's BN.1, which that variant probably will not be around much longer. Today's hospitalizations, 30,828 people in the hospital, 77.77% positivity rate, 4.5% of beds are being used for coronavirus. New York State has not updated yet for today, but yesterday's number was 3,238 cases, and our hospitalizations are still at 2,623 with 290 people in the ICU. All right, Walgreens. We got a problem here. Notice the difference here, 0.4, red. Yes, the positivity is now rising for Walgreens. Current week, 33.5%. Prior week, 33.1%. The testing is actually down a little bit more, but you're seeing we have more states that are bright red. One that strikes out the most to me, Ohio. 28.6% current week, 22.9% prior week, difference of 5.7%. Let's take a look at Massachusetts. That's really starting to rise now as well. 37.9% positivity this week, 30.2% last week, difference of 7.7%. Yikes, not good. How about West Virginia? We haven't looked at West Virginia for several days. Wow, check this out. West Virginia, 42.9%. Prior week, 20.8%. That's a difference of 22.1%. And testing is down by about 14, but again, tiny amounts of testing. The states that have tiny amounts, don't go by that too much. With how much this has increased, that is definitely probably a legitimate rise. Taking a look at Delaware, wow, 42.7% positive this week, 31.3% last week, difference of 11.5%. Again, 131 tests this week, 144 last week, tiny amounts of testing difference. Chances are this could be a legitimate rise. How about California? That's continuing to rise. 31.9% this week, 26.5% last week, with a 5.4% difference. Not yet a legitimate rise, but it's getting pretty close. Let's take a look at Kansas. Kansas has been a legitimate rise, and wow, now they're up to 40.3%. Last week they were at 32.1%. 8.2% difference, and testing does outnumber last week. 176 this week, 168 last week. And we'll end on Hawaii. 34.6% positive this week in Hawaii, 16% last week, 18.6% difference, and one test more than last week. 26 this week, 25 last week. Yeah, they need more testing in Hawaii. That's really bad. Taking a look at the latest death numbers. 671 deaths were added yesterday. Today will likely be a higher number. And taking a look at some international data real quickly. Taiwan is now up 55% on cases. 184,581 this week, 118,914 last week. Germany is at 81,790 cases this week, 65,192 last week. That's a 25% increase. Russia, 23% increase. Austria, 46% increase. Poland, 43% increase. Singapore, look at this, 97% increase with 1,510 deaths last week, 2,974 this week. That's actually concerning. And I'm not 100% certain what variant or subvariant they're dealing with in Singapore. That's something we're going to have to look into. Because to have a rise that fast, 97%, that's telling me a newer variant is likely emerging and taking over there. So yeah, we need to keep an eye on that. And take a look at this. Israel, while their cases are down, they have a 24% increase in deaths this week. Anywhere else have a big increase in deaths? Not really, but as we know, deaths lag cases, and as we're seeing with Taiwan rising, Germany, within a few weeks they will have a rise in deaths. Alrighty, thanks for watching this video. This is going to be our last video until next week. We're going to take a little hiatus. We're going to take a little, potentially take a complete social media break until next week. Probably we'll still do some tweeting on Twitter though, but we're taking a YouTube break until next week. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Hope it was informing to you. And until next time, stay safe everyone. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching. And take care. See you next time.